little mushrooms. So this morning we're in West Virginia. We stayed here last night, obviously. We drove through from Indiana, through Kentucky, through parts of West Virginia to here. We are now making an abrupt change of plans that we decided yesterday afternoon, and we are headed So this is just kind of icing on the cake at this point. Are things weird? Sure. Did we blow up the AC? Sure we did. Do we care? Well, a little, but you know, whatever. We're going to do fun things.
We are. All right, let's get it.
Always weird mileage. So I put you guys on video just for a second because we are getting food. We stopped to get gas. It's a place I've never heard of. BFS. It sounds like an acronym for an offensive thing. And here is the Huddle House.
Yeah.
Down home combo.
There we go.
I feel like if I were to just professionally grow back boobs, that would be the place I would want an endorsement from them. So I'm thinking going back this way.
I was actually thinking not going back that way.
Okay, not going back that way.
This
Go
way,
right?
But give me a second. Whatever direction we pick, it's probably not going to be the right one. So this is the first time that we have had a problem with this Wi-Fi. Just be careful coming around this turn.
Yep.
Look at some big potholes.
Yep.
We definitely don't have the ground clearance of the vents. Not shutting off. There we go. Whew.
I was going around.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I just looked up at the wrong time.
When I get up to the main road here, we can kind of take a look. What?
It's not doing anything differently. Now we've got a map loading.
There we go. So this is 707.
Okay. Yep, stop.
Up here.
Don't go anywhere.
No.
Because I actually got a map to load, so.
We got a map to load, kids.
Alright. Take a left when we get up here.
Left on 876.
Yep.
Hey kids, there's corn again. Okay guys, we're driving through the Shenandoah National Forest, the Skyline Drive.
Yep.
So I figured I'd just put it on video, and if you don't like pretty things, then, I don't know, go do something else. Oh, we gotta do a thing up here.
I mean, a lifetime one. It's like, I don't think it was that.
The lifetime is like, I think it was 300 or something
That's what
crazy
I'm
like
saying.
that. But that's not,
160,
yeah.
Between 2 years.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's really, why am I doing that? I'll leave the window down. Very nice.
So,
I'm gonna tilt you guys so you can just see the, see some of the view.
So there's a ton of stops and places we can pull over and take pictures, and I have us going to a place called Big Meadow, which is what it sounds like it is, a big meadow.
Excellent.
And that's about an hour and a half through here, so. But there are a few other lodges and stuff we can stop at on the way, but that's where I'm at.
So we're in Shenandoah National Park. We're at our first overlook. Oh, there we go. Ready? That's where we came in. It's huge. Awesome. So in a weirdabout way, somewhere in there is Pauli Farm. It's really pretty. It's pretty. It's nice. So we're on Skyline Drive still in Virginia. Wow. Very nice. And I'm not wandering into any of these fields for any reason whatsoever. Because while this does not have large ruminants, unless a herd of elk broke free and is starting to make its way out here, and we can hope, it has a lot of snakes. So I know people probably aren't from this area laughing at me right now. I just don't know. Don't want to risk it. Love all the patchwork farming. Beautiful. So why do we stop here on top of this thing? This is the Turk Gap overlook. I'm not doing the accent right. So for all my Greek friends, welcome to the Turk Gap overlook. I don't know why it's funny to me. It's funny to me. It's always funny to me. It's not supposed to be funny. It's kind of funny though. Kind of a sick human being. It's beautiful. Pretty. It's nice. Whatever. There's very little pine up here. There's a lot of deciduous trees, but there's very little pine. This gorgeous thing right here. This is amazing. Big oak. Just pretty. Mountains in the distance. The old Art and Discord, the wife. Stand up on the rocks. This could just be because I'm stupid, and I know I'm stupid, but I feel like if you fell down this hill, which we're up on elevation, I mean, I could run out and jump and I might roll a bit and crash into stuff. I wonder how many snakes you'd hit. Why are you so worried about snakes? It's not like they're that big a problem. Like, I don't know. I'm from New England. We don't really have a lot of snakes that we worry about. We have a lot of idiots who worry about snakes. We don't have a lot of snakes. Then those idiots that worry about snakes sometimes come to Virginia. Sometimes they visit Pauli Farm. Sometimes they drive on Skyline Drive. What do you think, T? It is pretty. The name of this place is Mormon's Overlook, whatever. M-O-O-R. Mormons. The last place was the Turk Overlook. Moorish. Mormons. No E. Not the religion. Mormons. Wild. This is pretty. We're not very far through this. I am going to say this. This is not meant to be offensive to people of Virginia. But since I'm a New Englander and we're offensive, it's nice. It ain't New Hampshire, but it's nice. So you see those structures on the side of the hill? That's the rock river they're talking about. It's just the freeze and thaw and the lichens, and the combination of these things causes the rocks to break down and roll down the mountain. And when they stop, things grow on them, you know, as it does. It's cool. Saw a lot of wild grapes on the way up here too. It's one plus I will give up here is the amount of vegetative growth. Pretty. This is pretty. The amount of vegetative growth and the amount of food. I mean, you could find something to eat almost anywhere around here. There's a lot of food. Wild grapes, wild potatoes, wild carrots, all that stuff. It's crazy. So it's up for liquid waste and it's down for solid waste. You know, I don't think I want to know. No, there's more mountains. See this plant here? That's pickleweed. It's pickleweed. I asked it what it was doing. It was like, "What the dillio?" So it's not sweet. It's pretty vinegary. I don't know the names of a lot of things. All I know is that they grow in the earth and I don't eat them. That's pretty much it. Hey, best friend.
Hey.
What do you think of this?
It's pretty.
It is pretty.
It's nice. Definitely nice.
It's nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, you see it, right? This is the saddest thing on earth. It's just so boring. Oh my god. So we're in a meadow, walking into a meadow at elevation. We're up around what, 3,000 feet?
Yeah, I think it's
About 3,200 square feet. I'm exhausted, guys. I'm tired. I am, this is, for whatever reason, beating the crap out of me. All this driving is killing me. Just tired. All right. Yeah, it just tells you about hunting's prohibited, wildlife's protected, keep your dog on a leash, all that stuff. Yeah, this is where we are. Here's one of my issues with these things. Human beings love to stop at like, it's 3,200 square feet, it's a meadow. Can I be frank with you? Who gives it? It's a meadow. If you didn't know it was at 3,200 square feet, you know what it would be? It would be a meadow. That's what it would be. It's still a meadow. It's just at 3,200 feet. Here's some stuff about the 1930s. Maybe we'll learn something about this, huh? You want to learn something? Maybe we'll learn something, huh? All right, this said Civilian Conservation Corps. During the 1930s, across the meadow from this point was the site of the CCC Camp NP-2, Company 350, Camp Fechner. So, out there was a camp. A lot of, what is that, milkweed? That's milkweed,
Yeah,
right?
lots of milkweed.
A lot of milkweed. Let's look at forage, shall we? Because this is the stuff I can get into. We got some, obviously, Kentucky bluegrass. We got some plantain of some sort, maybe, some dandelion. We've got milkweed. Got some of this woody stuff. I don't know what that is. Some of those asters. I don't know what the tall green is. Big blue stem, maybe. A bunch of stuff. Meadow sweet, maybe. There's some thistle right over there. Folks, what you're gonna want to do here is get in some goats. The goats will just hammer this vegetation, and then it's gonna come back even more tender and supple than it was before. Can you tell how biased I am against these mountains? I thought the Rocky Mountains were pretty, but I didn't like the fact that there weren't many trees. It was silvopasture. It's pretty though. It's pasture, it's savanna. It's pretty. But the Rocky Mountains, as pretty as they are, you only really get the color yellow during the fall and then it's gone. Then there's this. Virginia, the mountains. There's no large ruminants except for deer. There's bears, but I'm sure they're not gigantic. There's no moose, there's no elk, there's no caribou. I don't know what it is about this. This could look like New Hampshire, I guess. This could look like Maine, but there's something missing here. I think I'm too far south for my blood type. Trying to figure out what we want to do.
Yeah.
So we can either go out.
So we can continue on. Go all the way through the park. Come out at Front Royal. That'll take about an hour and 15 minutes to get through. We can continue to the next crossover, and then exit and either find a place to sleep or continue north without finishing going through the park. Both of them are about an hour.
Let's continue north through the park. Let's finish this.
It?
We'll finish it.
All right.
We'll
then
finish
I think
it.
That's a good.
What do you think of all this experience-wise so far? What are your thoughts on all
it's
this?
beautiful. I think unfortunately we came on not the best day for it,
Yeah.
which sounds kind of crazy.
It's too bright and sunny.
It's everything is super flat. It's way too bright out. We couldn't, like, it wouldn't be interesting to paint anything that we've seen because everything is just like perfectly flat lit. I have, depending on where we decide to end up tonight, it may not be the worst idea to swing through part of the park super early tomorrow to see the fog.
That's a good call. Let's do that.
But yeah, we're at this point we're kind of on the
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's cool.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It is beautiful. Well, and this is the thing too, is that
Artistically not dynamic.
artistically not dynamic. The saddest thing was, this is going to be funny, this morning we were trying to get my phone fixed so I could upload videos, and of course I went ahead and rushed and deleted the video I edited last night, so I got to re-edit that one. But what we drove through this morning that you guys aren't going to see any of was actually really, really amazing. And this is not it. It's really weird. The stuff that was not the park road, I thought, you couldn't see because you were working on the computer, was really actually breathtaking. These little niche, like little secrets, like a whisper. You sneak into an area, all of a sudden there's a little river, there's a little farm. It's gorgeous. Up here is nice.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Today it's a little bit cold.
It's very flat.
The worst thing, but
It's very
also
flat.
Not the best thing. Sorry.
The lighting is just flat. What do you get?
Ladybug.
Oh, and happy equinox. Yeah, autumn equinox. I do this every time, so I'm going to do it right now. The days are now equal. Today, the days are equal. So now after this, the night will be shorter than the day. And that'll go on until right before Christmas.
Short, yeah, it'll be a little longer.
The day will be shorter.
Yeah. The day will be
I had
shorter
it right
than
the
night.
first time.
No, you said the night will be shorter than the day.
I have it on video, so do we want to bet?
Yeah,
We're going to
you
bet.
can.
We're going to bet.
We're going to actually.
We're going to bet?
Yeah.
I want a recording of this because this represents one of the few, if
I
not
was
only
right.
times that T actually heard what I said properly.
I was right.
Because normally she doesn't hear me. She's been calling this the solstice. You could hear her in the background say like, oh, this is the equinox. She was like, no, wait, no, yeah, okay, it's the equinox. Yeah, she got that one thing right once. One time.
Yeah,
once.
I'm usually right there.
So I misspoke, so.
Yeah, I was just correcting you because you misspoke.
That's
Not a
right.
big deal.
Yeah. So the big deal is that she was right. That's the big deal. Yeah. Yeah. Do you never believe me that I'm right? Come on, stop it. Yeah, so today's the equinox. After today, the nights will get longer, the days will get shorter. This has been going on since June 21st. And then right before Christmas, this magical thing's gonna happen. It's called the solstice. We had one at the end of June. And around the same time too, before Christmas. And that will let you know that the days are now getting longer. So in February, when all your moron friends go, oh, the days are getting so much shorter, you can punch them in the face because they're stupid. That's pretty much what I had to say about that. There you go. Virginia. Mountains for people, I don't know. Mountains for people who don't like large animals. Mountains for people where they're not really mountains. I don't know. Welcome to the Shenandoah Valley, where you can drink wine and bang your 20-year-old, front desk woman that you brought with you. But you better not go over the speed limit because we'll arrest you. It's a good time. What's the other side of this sign say? Be aware, you are in tick habitat. Who gives a... Everything's tick habitat. Everything. Everything. That's it. I like this. This is the best thing I've seen. I like this a lot. This is my favorite thing. So let's see what this says. Lost treasures. The eastern hemlock tree holds a special place in the hearts of Appalachian dwellers. Birds such as the black Burnian warbler, and the winter wren find homes in hemlock forests. Brook trout thrive in cold mountain streams. Shenandoah residents and visitors, blah, 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 blah. Where some of the hemlocks are over 300 years old, will never experience that magic again because 95 of Shenandoah's hemlocks are gone, killed by invasive pest called the hemlock woolly adelig. The park scientists use chemical and so this here, that's what it looked like. That's what it is now. That's it. Hate invasive species. I hate it. It's really pretty. I like this tree. I like this tree. I wish there were hemlocks. I can see on the side of the road where they're throwing grass seed with fertilizer mixed into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's pretty much it, guys. We just learned back there that in 1968, like half of the trees out here were hemlocks. And between 68 and 2014, like over 95% of the hemlocks were wiped out because of invasive species. So, if you're ever wondering how bad invasives are, that's a good example.
Just not fast enough.
Sorry.
No.
The camera.
My because it's my
backup
camera.
G's battery died for her DSLR.
Dum-dum. I forgot to charge both of them, actually. This one's dying too.
Awesome. Yep. That happens.
Sorry. Get them charged up tonight.
So we just saw a sign that says in about a mile the height is going to drop out. The maximum height is going to be 12 feet 8 inches, which doesn't sound very tall. And then T said that there is actually a tunnel. So I figured you guys would want to see a tunnel. I'm going to pull over and let the doofus behind me go around me because I can't stand doofus.
Yeah. Take a couple pictures of this valley.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of trees in the way.
Oh, there's two doofi. That's the plural for doofus. Doofi. One from Virginia and one from New York. There's always one from New York. All right. Now that the doofi have passed, we will continue. Use your lights. Here we go, kids. Want me to pull over? So if you're all wondering if we're boring, we're kind of boring. This isn't blowing our minds enough to make us want to get out, so we're kind of just pulling over.
Yeah, it works.
Ooh, look at the tunnel ahead of us.
I know, it's kind of a cool.
There's the tunnel. That is wild looking. Make sure there are no people coming. I don't like being rushed. It really bothers me. Look at that. Now that is something. It's very impressive. If you eat a lot of fiber, kids, this is what it looks like from the inside right before you finish your coffee in the morning. It's dark.
Yeah, it is dark. It's a tunnel.
Yeah. An anus of the earth, so to speak. Alright, that's probably enough.
It's a little excessive.
I know. I know it. That was cool looking.
That was cool.
So far, that was my favorite part of the whole thing. I like the tunnel. I also like the rock, like how they left some of the natural rock exposed as opposed to just making concrete all the way to the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's really neat. We interrupt that for this. Here we go. That's breathtaking. Okay, out of this whole trip, that was the one shot that I think made it. This is it. That's the one shot. So we're about to take off. We just stopped. I'm gonna put it back on high speed. I think if you come to the Shenandoah National Park, I can't remember what this is called. Really, the times to see this are dusk and dawn.
Yep.
Or if there's a lot of interesting cloud cover.
Yeah, it's just not super dynamic. Now we're starting to get some sunset lights, so that's kind of nice.
It's interesting.
But it's still,
sure.
yeah, it's still just not dynamic.
Not dynamic. So again, hold on. There you go. That's what it looks like here. It's nice. Except for the raspy voiced middle-aged woman talking about health issues loud enough for the world to hear her while she's on her wireless headset. Jeez, lady. Find another place to do that. Nobody needs to hear about it here. Whatever. Yuppies. going to switch over from time lapse so that you guys could see the end of this. There we go. We're about to leave the park. We're coming in towards the end. It's geologically very interesting, you know, at a distance, but I really feel like this place shines in the morning among the mist, or in the evening in the setting sun. But in flat, bright light, it's kind of dull. Like T said, if there were more dynamic clouds, that would be interesting. You can actually make out, when you're looking over the mountains like this, you can picture a little bit of imagination. You can actually picture the glaciers receding and leaving these vast swaths. I can also picture like water areas, inland water. It's fascinating. But it's also tough for you guys to be able to tell what is an angle. The pitch for the road is sometimes excessive of 8%, which is quite a tip. There's been a few that have been very, very dangerous warnings for trucks and stuff. So, but we're almost out.
Almost done.
As the sun sets.
Drive.
It is a pleasant drive.
It's a nice afternoon spent.
Yeah, absolutely, with my best friend. See, at home, you guys really cannot see how this looks flat, I think, to you guys. What we're going down as far as a hill is, I would not try this on a bicycle at all. You can't tell from the pitch, but this is so steep. My friend Bob could do it. There's no way I could do this. You'd be doing 100 miles an hour by the time you hit the bottom. The very likelihood of you going flying into the woods and getting killed is probably pretty high. Well, maybe only if you're incompetent, but since I'm incompetent, there you go.
Let's pull into the Shenandoah Valley overlook. It's going to be like our last view.
This is our last overlook.
Might be a good photo that way, maybe. That's pretty.
Pretty.
It's pretty. And we say thank you, Shenandoah Valley, for a lovely afternoon.
Absolutely. Good on that side?
You are good on my side.
Thank you. Thank you, best friend. And off we go. Steep. I don't know if you guys are getting this on. Maybe. It is steep. Not like Mount Washington steep. Like, that's like suicidal. This is just steep.
Yeah.
Actually, when we went out to the Rocky Mountains, we were impressed that the switchbacks in the Rocky Mountains were not nearly as scary as the switchbacks on Mount Washington.
Well, I'll just tell you, we're dropping in height by 3 to 5 feet like every second. I don't know if that's helpful.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah, like
5, 6,
we're
7, 8. That's fast. Guys,
Yeah.
think about it. Do that math. Every less than a second, we're dropping 5 feet.
We're looking at the altimeter. It was not even 2 minutes ago, 1300, and now
Black bear, black bear, black bear, black bear. He just crossed.
and now
Black bear, black bear, black bear, black bear. He just crossed the road. Black bear. He's right over there. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
He's to my left. So he actually crossed. I don't know if you could see him on the video. That was awesome. He crossed right over here, right near this tree. I can't tell with the rocks. I do not want to get charged. Wow. Okay, we got a winner. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not on the video. He has definitely disappeared in here, and with the snakes the way they are, there is no way I want to climb down in there with him. Well, I want to. Holy smoke, that was cool. That might have just, that was a big adult. Bears are tough to sex, so I'm going to tell you right now that my gut reaction is that it looked like a very girly animal. Looked like it had a rump on it, but that's impossible to tell. Holy smoke. So I had to show T on the video because she didn't actually see it.
I didn't see it. I always missed it.
We're literally standing. She missed an owl so far. She's missed deer. She's missed badgers. She missed 2 owls.
In like 5 minutes.
T is always looking down at the worst possible moment.
Yeah, because I'm the navigator.
She's the navigator. So she's out there. I don't know, like definitely like a Maine size, like northern New England. That was cool. That was good time. You know, the bear thing was so shocking. As I drive out, so the bear would be to my left right now. I'm actually I'm gonna pull in over here. The forest cover is so thick. Nah, there's no way I could see anything in there. All right, am I still good?
You're good.
Thank you, my friend. Yeah, the cover is too dense. That was a good sized bear. I was impressed. One of the ways you can tell with bears, it's really hard to judge the size of a bear. But with the bear running by the front of the car, the other car that was coming towards us, and the tree it ran right next to, I could measure the height of the bear. So it's not a small bear. It's awesome.
It's very cool.
I love that. I love that. I love that. That is a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
So if you're out driving, since we now got you on video and we're talking about animals, most animals are crepuscular. They're active at dawn and dusk. There are some that aren't, but animals like deer, bears are very active at dawn and dusk, especially at dusk. They come out and they start doing all their things in the evening, and they'll be nocturnal, whereas deer can be partially nocturnal, especially around the rut. Rest of the year, they're crepuscular. That's pretty much it. Look at that. So that's how close we were to the front entrance with the bear. That's how close it was. That's crazy.
That's cool.
Wow. I am really thankful. I am really thankful as we exit Shenandoah National Park. Thank you. Thank you for all of that.
Thank you.
Wow. There are times in your life where you're always hoping that you're looking or ready for something like that. I had that little voice in the back of my head that told me to do a video instead of time lapse. The only thing I'm sad about is that little voice in the back of my head also told me to
zoom in.
And if I had done that, you would have seen it. I got a screenshot of a still black object. That's the bear, and I'll be able to give you a measurement of the bear. But if I had actually blown it up, I would be able to see the bear. So we are in Maryland, of all damn places. How about that? That's the view outside. There's the Chili's. I don't know. Apparently at one point in time, this was a ritzy hotel. Now it's a Ramada Inn. But it used to be some sort of ritzy hotel. We're in the Plaza Hotel. We're in the executive suite, which of course...
We're on the executive floor.
I'm sorry, we're on the executive floor. We're not important enough to get the highest suite, but we have a chaise lounge because when I think comfort, I think, why wouldn't you get a couch? And then I think, why would you want a couch? Give me something that has one armrest and half a back. Chaise lounge, the perfect thing to lounge on in the fucking late 1800s. I got this ugly little side table here that reminds you not to smoke. And it's really bigger than I thought it would be, because if it was small enough, I'd stuff it up my ass. And then we have a bed with a bunch of pillows. There's no fridge, there's no freezer, there's no microwave, because we're on the executive floor. Well, let me tell you something about one of the greatest hotels in the history of the world. And it's in North Conway, New Hampshire, and it's called the Green Granite Inn. And you know what's great about the Green Granite Inn? Number one, their AC goes below 60 degrees. Number two, they have a mini fridge with a separate freezer, a whole freezer. So if you have to freeze stuff, it can go in the freezer. Or if you buy ice cream, it can go in the freezer. Then you have room in the fridge. And they also have a microwave. And they have a porch. So for a hotel that most people don't think of as very high-end, I think the Green Granite Inn in North Conway, New Hampshire is the nicest hotel room. And this is less classy than the shit we stayed in the middle of Missouri. This is in Maryland, and it sucks. Also, last but not least, and I haven't even laid on the bed yet, but the bed seems like dog. Sorry, I can't pull my punches right now. We went all the way through the Shenandoah forest. National Park. I can't remember. I'm sorry. There'll be a special on that because we also took a side trip before we did that and visited. Well, let's say we visited someone who everything they want to do is illegal. And we went through parts of Virginia and we ended up in Maryland. Also, last thing, and then I'm done. I didn't get pulled over or a speeding ticket in Virginia. And the reason why that's relevant is that as far back as 1997, when I did my 24-hour straight drive to Daytona, and then we did it like a month later back, we were warned never to speed through Virginia. And since then, I have literally talked to at least a dozen people who've said, if it says 55 miles an hour in Virginia, you do 55 miles an hour. So we did the speed limit at all times. Guess what? Just about everybody else did, because they're not screwing around in Virginia. They'll pull you over for looking at them sideways. So for all the state, town, local, forest police that drove behind me for miles waiting for me to do something wrong, guess you're gonna have Neener. You're gonna have to fill your quota the other way. And we're done. Good night. So we found the fridge. The fridge is this is in the bathroom. Although the fridge does not appear to be plugged in, so much for that hopes and dreams. Yeah, because when I think of food, I think of the bathroom. Like, if I'm popping a squat, that's the first thing I want to do is eat while I'm taking it. So to keep with the consistency of the quality of this hotel, not only is there no microwave, not only is there a fridge, but it's in the bathroom and not plugged in, but also the remote was sterilized, wrapped, and it doesn't work. So we have a nice sterile remote. T is changing the channel by hand, old school, like we did when we were kids.